everyone, I'm Johnny, and we are now on to episode 3 of Alien Earth. This is an episode I want to call Clash of the Psyches, as we start to get some more insight into a few different characters, all with very different motivations. This episode starts with an interesting action sequence, so let's check it out. First, the action sequence, the Xenomorph vs. Wendy sequence. I think you could be justified in finding this sequence exciting or frustrating, or maybe both as I did. There are a lot of unanswered questions here that I'm guessing won't be answered. Why did the alien kidnap Joe away from where the eggs were and take him to a meat truck? Why, when Wendy is rescuing Joe, does the alien seem to hesitate to engage with her? The alien also seems to toy with Joe rather than outright kill him before Wendy manages to hook the Xenomorph around its secondary jaw, tongue, piston, whatever we are calling that. Choosing how much an alien bleeds its acid and when can certainly be inconsistent, but it's an alien and we don't fully know how the acid flows through its body. Fortunately for Joe, the tongue didn't bleed on him. As the metal from the hook further doesn't dissolve, we can deduce the piston mouth doesn't have any acid blood, at least in this scene. Wendy is further lucky this Xenomorph isn't as talented as others using its spear-like tail. Maybe this one is injured, but I'm perfectly okay with Wendy defeating the Xenomorph off-screen. We don't know the capabilities of her body yet. After all the action, I'm grateful for a beautiful little world-building shot of the city, and a skid steer with the same loading arms from Aliens. The children return home with a damaged Wendy, and who knows what other psychological trauma has been inflicted on any of the children. At this point, it's further reinforced how ridiculous it was to send these billion-dollar prototypes with child minds to a mass casualty event, with killer aliens running loose. Some of the secondary characters do reinforce this thought that we all share. It's becoming pretty obvious that Boy Cavalier is a risk-taker, megalomaniac, and cares less about running an efficient company than he does about purely entertaining and stimulating his reckless curiosity and intellect. So I do think the scenario of the children being present on the ship fits in with Boy Cavalier's psychology. You get some further hints that his hubris and curiosity will be his downfall. First when he's drawn to the alien eggs, then again when he is talking with Curly. When he is talking with Curly, Curly states she has ambition to even possibly replace Boy Cavalier, which intrigues him. It seems Boy Cavalier views the cybernetic children as maybe the next stage of human evolution, one that he wants to be part of. I imagine this will lean into a eugenics theme. Maybe Boy Cavalier's character is inspired by a certain earthly so-called genius who wants to settle Mars with those who have been hand-selected. Boy strikes me as the kind of person who views man as weak and stupid, and would feel the need to advance himself and those he chose by way of these cybernetic bodies. I want to see where the writers go with this. It'll be great to see Boy eventually crushed by his own creations or curiosity. Besides some more insight or at least clues about Boy Cavalier's psychology, the episode gives a glimpse into all the contrasting minds in the series. First, Morrow becomes an extremely interesting character in this episode. He delivers some great lines, one being that he wishes he was a full machine and not a man. You get the sense that his mind has been broken from this experience. His mission into deep space was decades long. He has lost everyone he knows. The mission further cost him the crew of the ship. He has developed an emotional connection to the specimens on the ship. He has sacrificed too much, including his humanity, to complete this mission, and is now determined to see it through. The exchange between Morrow and Kirsch is one of the best and most tense scenes in this episode.
You're a Prodigy?
I work for Prodigy.
I don't talk to errand boys.
And which country are you king of again?
Are you the parent?
Excuse me?
I further like the scene with Kirsch observing the child synthetics. You wonder if he is envious of their human side, or curious, or feels if it's a weakness. Kirsch at times gives the impression he thinks less of organic or human life. I like to think his ego is often in conflict with his ethical or proprietary programming designed to serve humans. This episode also shows the first signs of cracks in the psyche of the synthetic humans. Nibs here is clearly feeling alienated in her body. Alright, I'm Johnny, thanks for watching. Now the big question will be, will the writers do anything with all this psychological foreshadowing? Or will it just be an excuse for bad future writing? When you have characters who are all crazy, you don't really have to make a story that makes sense. We'll see. Anyway, do take care. Have a nice rest of your day.